Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome back to my ramen talks. This is the second week. Now let's talk about what I've been getting up to, how I've been healing, how I've been changing up my thoughts. This week, definitely a lot of progress made just with my self-acceptance, I would say. I've been really going back into my podcast, listening for help. A good podcast, I feel like that's really helpful for me, is The Psychology of Your 20s. This woman, I think she's Australian, and she really just goes on to explain common thoughts, feelings we have, or common experience we're all having at 20s, at around 20s. And it's just nice to know, I guess, there's a bunch of other people who feel the same exact way. It makes you feel like these issues are not just something that you're experiencing. You understand there's other people in the world that are going through the same experience. Ramen time. So this is a Korean ramen. I really don't know the flavor. It just said spicy, and I was like, oh, I love spice. Put some veg, some prawns, and then in there is an egg, which it's always gonna be a good addition. I always like to just crack it in and not cook it too much because I like it runny, very runny. So first bite. I do love a good soupy ramen. I always prefer dry ramen. If you've ever heard of the brand mee goreng, I think it's an Indonesian brand, but it's mee goreng. It's Malaysian for a certain noodle dish. It's really dry, kind of spicy, sweet, and it's served in these small packets. So one is not enough. You gotta have two. You gotta double up on that. But when it's cold, you need these type of soupy ramens to just get through with life. It's been a good week, I would say. Key takeaways, I don't know. I've been getting out of the house daily now, which is really nice. I've been going to the gym and then a coffee shop afterwards to do some work. And I've noticed an hour or 2 hours of work in the coffee shop, I've done one assignment. I've done more work in the coffee shop than I do in a week when I stay at home. And it's obviously because of how comfortable I am at home. There's a bed just next to me. I can just sleep, nap, I can go on my phone. Whereas when you're out in public, you can't be comfortable. All you can do is basically work, or people watch, but everyone else is working, so it just makes you have to actually do it. So yeah, trying to build myself a really good routine, because I've been neglecting myself a lot, and I've been putting my energy into my relationship. My relationship is currently long distance, which makes it more hard because I'm basically becoming needy, and the 8 hours difference or 9 hours difference, time difference, really just makes it hard to be able to speak about anything, anything good, or feels very short because time constraints, because most of the time when I wake up, she's about to go to sleep. When she's waking up, I'm going to sleep. It's such a fucking challenge, this situation, But a lot of the podcasts and all the books I've been reading really focuses on just doing some self-evaluation and a lot of self, noticing your patterns, understanding why you react this way, and seeing it internally rather than blaming someone else for your reactions, your emotions. And it's been helpful. I'm hoping to have a conversation with Lydia this weekend, so hopefully I can share some of the stuff I found, and hopefully You know, just give her an insight of like what I've been up to, see where this relationship is going. Just because it sucks. It sucks like the lack of communication we're having, and like it's hard to like blame anyone because we're in such different situations, and you can't just blame it on one person. It's from like both sides. There's always gonna be wrongdoings from each side of our relationship. So I'm just trying to be better by myself and regulate my emotions, and I'm just trying to accept that things will I'm just trying to accept things as it is, you know. But it's harder actually doing it, you know. I can say all this stuff, but then as soon as I turn off the camera, I'm like, ah, fuck. But it's a constant struggle, and I'm loving the process. I'm loving the process of bettering myself again. I've really neglected myself, you know. I've really just haven't given myself enough love, you know. For what I've learned, it's just a lot of it comes from, you know, childhood trauma, past experiences. I've always been a very big people pleaser. I'm also very avoidant. I'm very very emotionally avoidant. I feel like early on as a child, like I became hyper independent, you know, having to just count on myself, having to just look after my own back. I've never really addressed my emotions, and I think a big thing as well, like I'm coming off basically smoking. So like for 3-4 years, fucking smoked heavy. And I think in my opinion, like compared to others, like as soon as I left the house, got into uni, my fucking roommate was this massive smoker. Like he would weigh out his he would weigh out his joints and say, oh, we're having a 0.3, we're having a 0.4. If we're going all out, we're gonna have a 0.5. Oh my god. But you know, obviously I got surrounded with people who use weed a lot, you know, like, and for me, I liked it because it did help me in expressing my emotions and blah blah blah. There's obviously some benefits to it, but like when you're in it, sometimes you forget about like the negatives it can have on you, you know. I've been like sort of sober for 2 months. Do you know what I mean? Like I had like one whole break, 1 whole month without like zero, zilch, cold turkey. And then I met my friend, like one of my friend Lena. She's also one of the roommates I had universities that was a big smoker, and that was my excuse to smoke. Because I smoked with her, she led me to like smoke a couple more times, like twice. But now I've been off it again for another 4 or 5 days. I'm just back on track. I'm not trying to demonize myself too much as well, because understanding that like there's gonna be hiccups and like mess up, but it doesn't mean like you're gonna go back to like step one. I've been talking a lot, man. I'm fucking raw. Fuck. Whoa. But yeah, man. It's nice. Like I like having these talks, like being able to just speak freely. Maybe I'll watch this, maybe I don't. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just like to have it out, have it like recorded. But I'm feeling better after this basically therapy session by myself. I feel like I'm gonna keep doing this. I already journal a lot, but I love to speak as well, you know. I love to just say on my mind, practice my speaking skills, my communication. I'm practicing my writing skills, but I'm mainly a talker. I love to talk. But yeah, I think that's all I have for today. I feel a bit lighter in my heart. I'll update you, Jared, how you feel next week. See ya!